Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Light up, let the good vibes flow. It's Gorilla Cigar Lounge, the place to go. Politics, nerds, and the good old days. Grab your drink, join the talk, let's set it ablaze. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. Starships and memories, debates get real. We're saving the world with a mic and some seal. Laughs and wisdom, we're bringing the heat. So pull up a chair, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. Starships and memories, debates get real. We're saving the world with a mic and some seal. Laughs and wisdom, we're bringing the heat. So pull up a chair, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. So spark up that stove, let's start the show. At Gorilla Cigar Lounge, let the conversation flow.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to the 87th episode of the Cigar Lounge, where tonight we're going to talk. Man, it's been a firestorm here with Democrats. Some people, people on the right are calling it sedition. The people on the left are calling them patriotic senators. They're there, and they did absolutely nothing fucking wrong there. We're going to get into it. Hopefully, maybe we'll have an argument or two.
Spoiler alert, it's sedition.
Yeah. Yeah, then also Trump is shoving down a 19-point peace plan Zelensky's throat, telling him the fucking acceptance best he's gonna fucking get. And I think Ukraine's gonna accept it there. That fucking Candace Owens, she's fucking lost it or something. But we're gonna get into it. This be I got Resolute Germ. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How you doing, Gorilla?
Oh, with the storm that's coming through right now, we got the worst possible situation we could have gotten. I would rather had the 6 to 7 inches of snow, but it was raining for a couple hours before the actual snowstorm hit there. So we have tons of ice on the roads, and all the power lines are caked with ice right now, and now it's snowing on top of it, all of it, and then we got 60-mile-an-hour winds with it. So those lines are galloping full of ice.
That sounds bad.
It sounds like our power. No, it sounds like our power company's a fucking retard and won't bury the lines.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing here. They never bury the lines. I don't know why.
Yeah, but you guys don't get weather up over that way though.
We don't get bad weather here. No, that's true enough. But back east, like Ontario, Quebec, they get some pretty pretty heavy duty. I mean, they even get ice storms at times. I remember there's a bad one Quebec had decades ago, and it basically shut everything down because everything was just coated in ice.
Yeah. Sit Dan, how are you doing?
Oh, still not kicking that dickhead. How about you, Gorilla?
Cool. Doing what I can. Hopefully, the power stays on. Well, I have a feeling the lines are going to start coming down here pretty soon. But how are you doing, PvP?
Oh, not too bad. I would have been here a little sooner, but I worked till 7 tonight, so I just got finished work about 7 or 8 minutes ago, I guess it is now. So yeah, well, if you disappear
Nice.
suddenly,
And
we'll
you
kind
got a poll in the chat for people to vote on too here. So
yeah,
all right.
already voted.
So has everybody here seen the video where all the So has everybody here seen the video where all the senators were going? You can refuse illegal orders. You must refuse illegal orders. You must. They took like these veterans and for some reason they took the CIA analysts and people who worked for the CIA in that video. It makes you go, But anyhow,
I have seen parts of that clip through my political commentary channel that I watch called Liberal Hindline. He does cover that somewhat, so I have seen clips of that.
yeah, it's like a 15-20 minute thing where you got 6 senators going, you must. But then they're going around the media trying to defend their thing. But the whole problem with this whole thing is everything that Trump does, they said has been illegal. Everything he's done. Hell, he even farted in an elevator once, and they're claiming that he tried gassing his own people.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, too, I would like them to explain their definition of the word evil or dishonest.
No,
illegal. Legal. That's the word I was looking for. Like, what's the definition?
No, they haven't said. They've even been flat out asked what illegal order has he got, and they go, well, there hasn't been a specific one yet. But the problem is, they claim everything he's done is illegal. Like he tried sending troops and that into Portland and all that because they keep burning down the city and they keep attacking the ICE officers. So under the Home Rule Act, he's going to send troops in to protect our ICE facility and protect our ICE officers as they fulfill their fucking duties. They're trying to say that's illegal. He's trying to crack down on crime in Chicago and stop the attacks on our ICE officers there. We have terrorist acts going on in the United States, and all these fucking people that are sitting there attacking the ICE officers, they are fucking terrorists. There, change my fucking mind.
It sounds like the classic left over recent years because we got it up here too. It's like they seem to love terrorism because they do nothing to get rid of it. They actually encourage it.
No, but the whole sedition thing is they've been saying for all year long what he's doing is illegal. This is illegal. This is illegal. You even had a couple of troops going out. Well, this order feels illegal. It doesn't matter how you fucking feel about the order. You when you signed up as a member of the military there, you signed up to say you obey the chain of command. You obey the lawful orders there. It doesn't matter how you fucking feel about the order. This is what you signed up for their what they're doing, and then you come out saying you must disobey illegal orders. There, you must disobey illegal orders. Well, and then they can't define the fucking legal order there. They're not now. It's running divided. It's putting these people in here in the. They're putting the people there that they're gonna disobey a lawful order, and then they're gonna get court-martialed. This could be these fucking senators' fault. There's for sedition.
So let's be a little clear about it. What it is a threat. They're threatening that if you do something we don't like, even though it's a legal order from this president, we are going to come back when we're in power and come after you. They're outright threatening every branch of the military, and that's at minimum sedition.
And I do have a question. At what point does a lawful order or legal order become dangerous and illegal? Because if you go fall by the law logic, then I can point to a certain regime in that Germany 1930s where the excuse soldiers did. We were just following orders to commit atrocities.
If they are given an illegal order that they follow through with, they're unless it's it's an obvious illegal order there, like the massacre that happened in Vietnam. There, they massacred a village. There, it falls on the commanding officer.
Basically, anything the Japanese did in World War II. Anything below that, you're supposed to follow.
Yeah. Let's say hi to the chat here. Welcome to the Drew 24 and welcome Suzanne Eckstein here. Welcome. And as long as it's a lawful order, of course. Yeah, but the problem is they're claiming every order is an unlawful order there. That's the problem there. Like, don't violate the Constitution. Yeah. And Suzanne saying hello to everybody. Then you got this asshole here. We're going to break down this 2-minute fucking video. This came out right after the video there. You got Senator Chris Murphy here. Well, let me know if you can't hear it.
President of the United States just called for Democratic members of Congress to be executed. This.
Okay. So this was somewhat of a mistake. You should have left it to seditious behavior. But what it is after the video came out, Trump tweeted it's seditious behavior punishable by death. Which sedition is not punishable by death unless it's these were all actually military people that were in the military, so they could probably get recalled and court-martialed. But otherwise, the punishment for sedition is 20 years in prison.
Either way,
is not normal. We cannot allow this to feel normal. This, as far as I know, has never happened before in the history of the country. Every Democratic member of the Senate and the House, their life is in jeopardy right now, especially those that were specifically targeted by this social media post.
No,
shove
they're
it
not
in your donkey ass.
Yeah.
I will say this guy is so damn ignorant.
Yeah, not...
Does he not know something called the American Civil War, where it was North versus South, Confederates versus the Federalists? Bull fucking shit. This has happened before in American Civil War.
Yeah,
it has.
Yeah, Lincoln had members of the Maryland Congress people arrested before there because they're about ready to sign because they had Southern sympathies there. I'm pretty sure there's been other times where members of the House have been arrested. They arrested Trump's fucking lawyers for giving him legal advice.
Democratic senators and House members who were simply saying that no member of the military should act illegally or in violation of the Constitution. The President of the United States just called for members of Congress to be executed.
No, he's saying that if you're going to if we're going to play that game, no, what he's called for is if you're going to commit seditious behavior, then you should be executed. If you're not committing sedition, then you don't have nothing to worry about. Just like all these senators that said you must not disobey illegal orders. There, we're just saying that we're just putting the obvious stuff. So that's exactly what he's saying.
If you are a person of influence in this country, maybe it's time to pick a fucking side. If you are a Republican,
not your side,
Congress,
donkey boy.
If you are a Republican governor,
yeah, I've already taken my side.
I will say that he's something that's up to his party
He's
name,
trying to draw a line in
Jackass.
the sand.
If you're
And
not
say that
willing
under
to
no
suffer the
circumstances
consequences, don't commit sedition, asshole.
President of the United States be calling on his political opposition to be hanged. We are at a very dangerous moment right now. The president is engaged in the wholesale incitement, endorsement, and rationalization of political violence in this country.
All right, whose side's fucking shooting who? Who here? Did we not just have a political assassination here three months ago? Did we not have another attempted political assassination a year and a half ago of the fucking person right for the president of the United States? Who's burning down the fucking cities? Who's attacking our fucking law enforcement there? Who is shooting? Who's been the perpetrator of the mass shootings of like 19 of the last 20 mass shootings here?
Lunatics brainwashed by the mainstream media.
Gay race communist.
This is a very slippery slope that we are on. This is a moment for people to step up, for Republicans to step up, business leaders to step up.
This guy's
anybody who has a voice or a soapbox in this country needs to draw a line in the sand and say that it is not acceptable for the president of the United States to call on the murder of his political opposition.
What do you think they're fucking trying to do? Only let's see, that 34 felony accounts where he didn't even need a unanimous decision there. They just need to say, well, I think he committed a fucking crime, just so they can say he's a 34 count felon. How about that fucking sexual assault case with what's her fucking name there that would never stood up in any normal fucking court? They fucking arrested his lawyers. They fucking arrested anybody who was people who were associated with them. They keep circulating the same fucking photo of him hanging out with Epstein in the fucking 80s here. You know, I don't know how many fucking death threats I've seen against Donald Trump there. They've been calling for death threats against him, you know, and they've been calling for death threats against every conservative influencer.
Calling for it. Hell, they've tried to kill him twice. If you're comparing apples to apples, Trump, hell, even being the most generous to the donkey side as possible, he may have called for violence, but the fucking Democrats have shot twice and missed.
No, I think they're up to like 6 of them now, but there's 4 I remember distinctly. I think there's 2 more, but I could be remembering wrong. There are some guys who tried bum rushing him at a rally there in Nevada or something, but that was way back in his first term there. They tried to grab the cop's gun to go so that he could shoot Trump there. You had the Butler in Pennsylvania shot where he nicked his ear and shot someone in the crowd. There, you had the one on the golf course there with that freaking Ukrainian puppet. Then then the other one I remember distinctly. I think it was in New Jersey, but I can't remember exactly. There, this was a while ago, but they found explosives in a vehicle outside the gates of the rally. Yeah, so that's pretty much that.
Yeah.
There.
Well, it's fascinating that the left that has committed all this violence or attempted to commit violence, you know, jumps all over Trump when he puts out a tweet, right? Like, you know, what about the Antifa guy that took out a certain public speaker, you know, not that many months ago? You know, that guy was inspired by leftist politics, because I'm pretty sure Antifa are pretty far left. And Democrats, did they say a word? Did they say a word?
No, they just sat there and mocked his death there.
They celebrated it.
Yeah. No, they just sat there and mocked. Yeah. But no, and I'm still not convinced that it was that Tyler Robinson guy, because I looked at the photos there. It looked more like his fucking trans boyfriend there. And this would be the first time that someone's lover took the blame for something to protect their lover.
Well, it's just
No, that Tyler guy was also a bit on that side. He wasn't
He
exactly
was
the
on that
most
side,
masculine presenting.
He was still totally on that side. He got radicalized in college there, but
Yeah,
But
I'm saying
still-
that you look at him, you're not going to mistake him for on the straight and narrow. The pictures you've seen of him is him in high school, where he still looked halfway normal.
That's a good
According to every
yeah, so
bit of his family and friends, he had started dressing more like you would think someone on that in Trantifa would dress.
yeah. And
But, you
welcome, is it Kremlin? Is this Kremlin?
Hey, Kremlin.
Kremlin.
Yeah.
And
Well, welcome, Kremlin.
and I
And
heard
and Drew.
Go ahead.
Drew 24 said, "Don't violate civil rights." And welcome, Agent. Hey, Charlotte, how's it going?
Hey, Charlotte.
Welcome.
And I have heard this a while ago, a few weeks or a month ago, that I'm not sure which one it is, but maybe journalizing about one of the suspects was a former Trump supporter in his first term. Then he got radicalized by the left, and now he committed that assassination attempt on Trump when he did that, or the Charlie Kirk shooting.
His father and his family in general were Trump supporters, not him.
Well, the left is so ideologically just brainwashed that they don't even seem to. Well, I don't know. Maybe they see their violence, but they don't acknowledge it. And anytime anybody right of center, says anything, even says something, not actually commits a violent act, which is what Trump did. He said something. He didn't commit a violent act. They jump all over it. And they're just so ideologically biased. It's just, this has been going on for too long, too many years. It's getting too crazy. When they criticize, military personnel, police going in and try to keep, law and order in the cities that are being, destroyed, and they criticize them for doing their duty. It just speaks volumes about how ideologically prejudiced these people really are. It's just unbelievable the state where things have gotten to.
And hi, Charlotte. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, she says, and I'm at Larry's Street with Brother Jay. They say hello and have a great one. Oh, we're going to get off the walls. Unless you want a link, Charlotte, we can send you a link. There. Yeah.
So what's next on the list, Gorilla?
Ukraine. They might have had finally had a peace plan here, but I'm trying to get an actual thing of the 19-point peace plan that basically wants to get shut. That Trump's basically telling them to shove down his just telling Zelensky to just take the fucking peace plan because it's best. He's gonna fucking get. I'll see if I can get Grog to give me the basic 19-point peace plan because everything else was giving me a fucking novel.
Well, here's the only peace plan they really need. Russia gets whatever they want. You guys can beg for your lives and go fuck yourselves. We've given you over $500 billion. You're not fucking worth it. They don't have nearly enough raw material in that nation to get a cost equivalent at this point. And let's just be honest about it. Fuck Ukrainian lives. Their nation is a bunch of scumbags just like the fucking Russians.
I won't say that, but I'm tired of funding this damn war. But here we go. It was a 28-point plan, but it's getting revised, and they're getting told to take it. Like territorial secessions there. They originally, but basically, they wanted Ukraine to withdraw from the Donbass, recognize Russia's 2014 Crimean annexation. But now the revised point is move explicit demands, border territories now in leader level talks, blah blah blah. Russia retains current occupations, but no forced Ukrainian surrender. Uh, the NATO membership, the first ban was that they banned Ukraine from joining NATO. Now it leaves the possibility to open stronger security guarantees emphasized, which basically, if we get a fucking Democrat in office again, that they'll push to have them in fucking NATO.
So the peace plan's dead at that point. It doesn't matter what other points there are. If Ukrainian membership into NATO is on the table, it's a non-starter.
Yeah. Let's see. The original one was to cap Ukraine's army size and ban long-range weapons. But the problem with that is we tried doing that to fucking Hitler, and look where that got us. But they want no. But they're saying it's adjusted to no strict limits, but discussions on force posturing ongoing. Blah blah. But basically saying just dumbing down your military a little bit. The first original plan included amnesty for acts during the war, but apparently that's been dropped entirely.
Yeah, because Ukraine's done some really fucked up shit.
So is Russia. Let's see, use $100 billion of frozen Russian assets for U.S.-led Ukrainian rebuild sanctions tied to U.S.-Russia group. Let's see, the new plan is removed asset proposals. EU jurisdiction issued. Changes now via U.S. Joint Ukraine-Russia Council chaired by Trump. I don't know what the fuck that means. Other removals. 9 points cut, including U.S.-Russia bilateral engagements. Streamlines Ukraine focus steps.
So, in other words, Russia gets most of what they conquered, and Ukraine is out to dry, basically. Like, in other words, with the option of joining NATO in the future, which will cause another political headache eventually, which will say, "Oh God, now NATO's like, oh, for God's sakes, Ukraine, you're Russia's neighbor. Can you just shut the fuck up and just mind your own business and don't join us, please?"
Yeah, okay, Ukraine, sit back and take it.
Yeah,
here's what you deserve at this point.
Oh, I should have just scrolled down a little bit here. So this is basically what it is. Number one, ceasefire, demilitarization, immediate halt to hostilities with phased withdrawal of heavy weaponry and monitored by national observers. So basically, well, Pinky promise you're going to withdraw everything. They're going to swap all POWs and civilians, priorities for the wounded and young. The Zaporozhye nuclear power plant restarted under isolation with 50-50 electricity split between Russia and Ukraine. Okay. Security guarantees, U.S. and European commitments to Ukraine's defense, potentially including bilateral treaties or NATO open door language. So in other words, they're going to have like the same thing like we have with Japan or the Philippines or Australia. Basically, economic reconstruction joint fund.
It wouldn't be the same thing because we have an actual defense compact with the Pacific nations.
Okay, so what would it be closer to? What we had with Sweden, where
it'd be closer to what we had with. It'd be what they had with Turkey for about 2 decades before they actually joined.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Economic reconstruction, joint fund for rebuilding, excluding frozen assets. Focus on energy infrastructure repairs. Sanctions relief, phasing out or phase easing tied to Russian compliance, managed by the Trump-chaired Peace Council. aid, unimpeded corridors of aid, demining, and refugee returns. And then the remaining points, implementation of timelines, dispute resolutions, transitional governance, natural status in dispute areas. Then nothing's been declared. Exactly
So,
decided.
So in this document, does it say that Ukraine becomes a buffer state, in other words, between NATO and Russia? Because Ukraine's basically in Russia's backyard anyway.
Yeah.
What
And
essentially it says
basically,
is that after a 5-year cooling down period, they'll try to induct Ukraine into NATO again, and then we'll be back to square one.
yeah. Well, all this started with the fucking Turkey Carter pipeline there, or the Carter Turkey pipeline, or Carter, whatever. No, it's Carter Turkey pipeline there, because Russia pretty much had a monopoly on the gas to Europe, and it was supplying like Europe with like 25% of its gas. It was jacking up the prices there. Then all of a sudden they had to start going through Ukraine there, and all behold, Hunter Biden all of a sudden becomes chairman of Burisma there, and they're sitting there charging Russia absorbent amount, but to offset the Russia's control of the gas there, pipelines there, they're going to do a pipeline from Carter to Turkey there, and Syria said no because that would affect their ally Russia. Well, would you know it? A fucking civil war all of a sudden broke out in fucking Syria there. I think they even said they're going to like go through Iraq and bypass Syria there, but then all of a sudden all hell breaks out in Syria there, and so just so we could get them the fucking gas line pipeline to Europe there to offset Russia's monopoly on the gas going into Europe.
Yeah, it's interesting how the puzzle starts to fall into place when you look at the bigger picture. I just wanted to mention quickly.
You know that.
Well,
the problem.
I just want to quickly mention, if you don't mind, Gorilla. I don't mean to interrupt, but I took my lunch break today, and I took a look on Facebook because I usually take a quick scroll through that, see what's being posted, and somebody posted a post about Trump's peace plan with the Russia-Ukraine situation, and of course they had a map where most of the European countries were against it, and there was only a handful that were for it. And I'm like, well, that sounds like bullshit to me, because I imagine most of the countries in Europe, if they had half a brain in their bloody heads, would want this whole thing to be over and done with and just move on to other things that need more attention. So I don't know who posted that. I'm guessing probably some person on the left.
Here's the problem with it. Everything can be manipulated. It just depends on how they asked about it, because Europe's making a lot of money on this war because they're making Ukraine pay all that fucking money back with fucking interest. We just kind of foot the fucking bill until Trump finally puts his foot down and goes makes NATO buy the fucking weapons, and then NATO can do whatever the hell they want with them, But
yeah,
they want to see Russia completely humiliated and defeated. They're not going to be happy with what. And this peace plan, is it going to be an actual peace that leads to an actual peace deal, or is it going to be kind of like the fucking North Korea and South Korea, where they got a ceasefire going on, but they're still technically at war? Is it going to be like in India, or is it going to be like the fucking Hamas and fucking Israel, where the fucking throw shots at each other, blow each other up for a while, then sign a ceasefire, regroup, rearm there, then like a year or two later, it's all fired back up again. There. It's
well,
like Rick Washer.
Yeah.
Well, with the Europeans may want Russia humiliated, but unfortunately for them, NATO has proven itself so incompetent that they can't beat Russia with essentially open warfare. We have literally given to Ukrainians everything except for boots on the ground.
Well, you know, another
And-
thing I find fascinating about Western leaders wanting to humiliate Russia. I seem to remember at some point in history, the Western governments in Europe humiliated a certain nation at the end of the First World War. And gee, that turned out really well, didn't it?
Yeah, and I would say it's at
I'll
best
just say with the Allies embarrassed Germany, which led to a bunch of Germans, Germans there resenting France, Britain, the United States, and Russia there, which led to a charismatic man prompting that it will bring back dignity to Germany and rise all the economic problems, and that led to Hitler's rising. Just flat. I'm not
Exactly.
censoring myself
Yeah.
anymore.
Unlike
Yeah, I'm
then
done.
and now,
I'm done.
the Russians already have a guy like that, and the Russians have a innate sense of self-superiority compared to Europeans. Germany didn't have that beforehand. Russia has 1,000 years of that.
Yeah, and I would say this. If I want to be optimistic, this deal could be a peace deal, but the pessimists would say it's just a ceasefire until both sides rearm and all that. And if you want to go in the middle, sure, it's a peace deal, semi-armistice to just have things cool down. But then eventually, if what things are going on now, it's going to break out again if this peace deal or this armistice breaks down. And also, if I had to guess, well, it's probably common sense that the Eastern European nations are probably on high alert or have armed up their nations pretty damn well to deal with a possible Russian incursion like Poland, Lithuania, and all those Eastern Europe countries, because they are the border countries and they know if something goes down, oh boy, they're going to be the frontline defense for Europe.
Well, the thing is, too, it's
And welcome
like,
Daniel's Hot Topics.
hi, Daniel.
I was just he's saying the peace talks might fall apart. Well, this has the best chance of succeeding so far because Russia just wants some clarifications on some things there. Trump's pretty much telling Zelensky just take this fucking peace deal or shove it down his throat, and we don't have that fucking hobo dressed in a suit, Boris Johnson, fucking flying to Ukraine and telling them not to take.
You know what the funny thing is?
Fucking
He's not going to
deal
take it.
anymore. There,
He can't take the
everybody
deal.
will shut the fuck up.
He can't take the
Who,
deal.
Putin or Zelensky?
Zelensky. He's already lost about 2/3 of the country's population to either outright casualties or refugees that, let's face it, aren't ever going to even think about coming back. So their ability to put up a fighting force is going to be compromised for at least 2 generations.
All that, plus I would say that Zelensky probably built his political capital on this war. So once the war ends, Zelensky's career or his political capital is going to fall off a cliff. So he better do something quick.
The man has never had any political capital. He's been a NATO puppet since the day he got there. He is literally installed by NATO nations using subterfuge through intelligent forces.
I think it's more about the capital pouring into Zelensky's bank account from Western governments. I think that's what he really loves. You know, that's why Zelensky wants to continue this, because he's getting, billions of dollars from the West to keep this damn war going. And I'm sure a lot of that money is just going right into a bank account in Switzerland or somewhere. It's going to disappear down a rabbit hole, right? And nobody's ever going to trace it.
It's not just going into. It's not going into just Zelensky's bank account. It's going into a lot of them. Like some guy got paid billions of dollars to build a bunch of defenses up. I cannot remember the region he was in charge of. His company was supposed to build a bunch of defenses along the line. I cannot remember the damn region there. Yeah. But not one single thing was built. He just pocketed all the damn money.
Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of corruption within the political system there in Ukraine. It's not just Zelensky; it's himself. But
the Ukraine was the money laundering capital of the world. You want your money laundered, you send it through Ukraine. They'll make it squeaky clean. They'll make that money fucking cleaner that no, that they'll make that money cleaner than anything that a fucking Chinese dry cleaning service could do.
Yeah. You remember before the war, Ukraine was ranked the most corrupt nation on the planet. Above Russia, above China, above everybody. Then magically that war breaks out. They're suddenly one of the most honest nations on the face of the planet.
Well, it's ideology, not facts or truth.
Once this war is done,
see,
so is Zelensky.
Daniel, here's they're going to keep it going. But he says the military industrial complex is too profitable. It makes too much money. They probably stopped to rearm under the guise of peace talks. Oh, they always got the fucking Middle East to bomb because they're not going to stop bombing the Middle East because there's always going to be fucking someone. There's always going to be some kind of fight with Israel, whether it's Lebanon or fucking Palestine
or Iran
or fucking Yemen or
there's always going to be a jihadi to bomb.
Yeah, there's always Taiwan and fucking China having China always threatening to take over Taiwan and encroaching on all its neighbors' waters, and there's gonna be China and India having that pissing match up in the mountains there. But India and Pakistan's always gonna have a fucking pissing match. Well, there's plenty of drug boats in the fucking Caribbean. They don't need Russia, Ukraine there. They pretty much just drained all our fucking resources there.
Yeah, the world's in a great state, isn't it? Wow. I gotta say though, I wish people would give Trump a little bit of credit for at least giving a damn enough to actually try to solve a problem. Because I don't see a lot of other Western leaders wanting to solve anything lately. They're just allowing it they just sit on their overpaid asses and do nothing and let it get worse, from what I see. So at least give Trump, I respect Trump for at least making the attempt, even if it fails ultimately. I give him credit for at least trying to solve a problem.
Because they profit from the status quo. Trump doesn't. Trump, if he can fix stuff, all Trump wants is a golden statue to himself.
Yeah.
That means solving problems. These other assholes, they want money. Trump already has money, so he doesn't need to enrich himself on the blood of the innocent.
They want power too, not just money, power.
Well, all these people, Trump's looking at a way to revise the American spirit and revise America, become the dominant, make sure America stays the dominant superpower. All these other fucking corrupt assholes here are thinking that the ship's fucking sinking and they're grabbing the silverware on their way to the lifeboats is what they're doing.
Yeah, they should really look at what happens to rats as they desert ships.
What I've seen of
not really good for the rats.
Yeah.
What I've seen of the global elitists, the WEF and etc., they're already well positioned to just fly the fuck away once the nation states sink around the planet and go to their private little island somewhere off the coast of nowhere and disappear.
Yeah, where you think the Japanese and the Russians are going to go first. They never think about that. The Russians and the Chinese aren't in on their whole shtick. So when everything falls, where do you think the Russians and the Chinese are going to go? They're going to go to those little islands and gobble up all the little goodies you tried to steal for yourself.
I hope so. But those fuckers are so arrogant. They think they're going to just clean us taxpayers out and steal billions and then just bugger off. I'm sure they really do seem to think that, from what I've seen a lot of these leaders lately. They're just
Well,
so
yeah,
self-absorbed.
yeah,
Self-absorbed,
they're
self-interest,
self-absorbed,
arrogant,
arrogant, and stupid,
and
which is a
stupid.
bad combination.
Yeah, very bad combination.
It's the same problem they're having with
And hey,
Islam.
Scurvy.
They're importing so much of Islam to
Oh,
change a voter
yeah.
base and to get a work. Well, there was originally the idea of getting them to work, but they don't work.
That's what's happening in Canada right now. They're pouring in hundreds of thousands of immigrants, so they're not even checking them anymore because they say, "Oh, we don't have enough staff," so they're just letting anybody that basically wants to come in. And actually, I read somewhere that Trump, I don't know if this has happened yet, but he was going to declare Canada a dangerous nation against the United States. And I hope he does. I hope he does, because if he does that, maybe people will finally start to wake the fuck up and realize we got a very bad government screwing up everything up here. But I'll believe that if it happens.
Well, to sort of jump off of that, from what I hear in the news cycle, and in your neck of the woods, Gorilla, there's a little scandal happening into the Ilhan Omar voting base up there where you are a little bit.
We'll get to that after there's time. Otherwise, I'll do a separate video, or we'll do another cigar lounge on that baby. But I want to say welcome to Scurvy there.
Hey, Scurvy.
Yeah, Lemon.
How you doing, Lemon?
Yeah. All right. So, have you guys been following the fucking Candace fucking becoming a bigger nutcase over the last few months?
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
Newsflash: she was a nutcase to begin with. She just decided to hide it there for a few years.
Oh yeah, because apparently it's the Egyptians who killed Charlie Kirk. Turning Point USA was all in, and it was all an inside job.
Yeah, the Egyptians. Yeah, right. Sure.
Yeah, well, apparently that's a plane that was registered to Egypt has been following Erica Kirk around. Erica Kirk was in on it too. And now she says she has an inside source there from fucking France, claiming and she had a whole list of people saying that they're out to assassinate her. Just because she called Macron's wife a fucking tranny there, and like, first of all, Macron, wow. they don't give that much of shit about that to take you out. Oh yeah, they might sue you, but granted, does Macron or whatever the fuck you pronounce it, his name, does his wife look like a fucking man? Yes. Am I gonna stake my paycheck on it? No. But she keeps it reiterating. She said she'd even delete her channel if they could prove it. Quite frankly, no one fucking gives a shit. But she keeps making a deal, and now she's saying that some person felt guilty that there's going to be an assassination plan on her, and they had all the details that he gave to her.
We can always hope.
And he didn't do it he did not do it out of fucking guilty. Either he's trying to get a bunch of money out of you for giving you the details, or he's trying to get sucked off from you. That's all it is. Pick which one.
It's pretty sick if she actually implied that Charlie's wife had something to do with the assassination. That is really, really extremely sick. Like, she should find a special place in hell for saying.
I listened to her personally. Well, yeah, I've heard this. Between her and Heavy Duty Country, they've been covering, but I've only heard bits and pieces of what she's been saying. But it seems like, she's just been going off the rail for the last few months there.
Yeah.
There and. Now it's in Israel, France. Things gonna fucking take her out. Nobody.
I do have a question.
Wow.
What will happen to all these so-called conservative commentators or right-leaning commentators from 5 to 10 years ago? It seems like they're going full-on nuts now. And I know if he's a fan of Tucker Carlson is becoming more of a this one called the woke right. If if Germ is a fan of.
There is no such thing as the woke right. There are just grifters. Tucker Carlson, I wouldn't say he's
No,
a grifter, and he's not really that woke. He literally just gets people on and lets them go off for 90 minutes or so.
Yeah, he lets themselves talk there. It's just some retarded guy who said he's a fucking liberal who's trying to convince people that he's right wing and that. But also part of the problem is, yeah, there's a lot of accounts, especially out of Bangladesh, that claim that they're from the right or they're from some Native American Indian, demanding that all the colonizers leave and all that shit. Or they're trying to say they're full men. You didn't see that, PvP?
No, it's going up. It's going on up here too. I'll go ahead though. I'll let you finish first, girl.
No. Okay, X rolled out a new feature over the weekend that lets you see where is based out of. Now it's not 100% accurate, but people started noticing a trend that a lot of things here, where a lot of accounts like they'd say they're like the Native American something here, and they're based out of Bangladesh, or there's a lot of them out of fucking Africa, but the biggest one that's been so far is like bot accounts from fucking Bangladesh that they've been fomenting basically they're fomenting chaos trying to foment chaos in the United States. They're in divisions that they're against to fight each other there. They're like demand and reparations or that, or that there's accounts of both that'd be both sides. So some of them would be like they're like left-wing influencers there, but they'd be based out of like Palestine, or they'd be based out of like Pakistan, Bangladesh, all Southeast Asia and all this shit. But then there'd be like a bunch of accounts that look like they're right wing there, and they'd be based out of Bangladesh, or they'd be based out of Israel's one, or there'd be like Eastern European shit like that. Then it's just fomented a bunch of fucking chaos and shit.
Oh yeah, it's the world is set up the perfect scenario to breed the bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
if you want to read Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel says U.S. and Venezuela are probably going to war. The U.S. is going after Venezuela. Place your bets. No, Daniel, it's not going to be a fucking war. It's going to be fucking target practice for us.
Exactly.
That's all. We're not shooting. We're not blowing up boats in Venezuela water. We're not blowing up their ports. We're not blowing up their cities. As soon as those boats hit international waters, they get a message on their cell phone saying, "Look up, motherfucker!" Then all of a sudden, the last thing they see is a fucking missile coming at that jerk boat, and all these people are saying those boats. You look at the fucking pictures, we can see people fucking picking their goddamn nose. That's how fucking high resolution these goddamn photos are. You don't see one goddamn fucking fishing pole in the fucking picture. It's here.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't take more than maybe a day, maybe 2 days at most for the U.S. to take Venezuela's. Well, any kind of military they have, they'll take them out pretty fast, I would think.
Well, no. The problem is they're turning every civilian into a fucking military crew, but they're not giving most of the civilians guns. They're practicing with broomsticks, but
broomsticks.
But
good chance. Good luck. Good luck with the broomsticks.
No. They're not going to give them a real gun until the ships, until the landing craft are actually loaded. They're not going to give the civilians real guns until the landing craft are starting to get loaded.
Because the civilians might overthrow the government. By the way, you talked about the land claims BS. Okay. We've had the last couple months some real crazy shit going on up here in BC. We have a socialist premier called David Eby. He's a real jackass. Guy has shit for brains. Anyway, a BC court judge ruled that the native groups can lay land claims onto everybody's property, even if people have legal title, have paid their money in their mortgages for decades. Now they can lay claim, and I guess maybe white people and Asian people and anybody that isn't a native might get kicked out of their homes sometime in the next few years if this BS keeps going on, because it started with a small area in Richmond, BC, which is a suburb of Vancouver. And last time I checked a few days ago, it's getting bigger. The area is getting larger and larger and larger. And I don't know, is it going to go province wide? I wouldn't be surprised if it does. And maybe it's not just BC, but there's a lot of groups back east, like in Quebec, and they could be laying claims to take over. And the thing is, these people, I hate to say this, but you were conquered. We conquered you, and we made your lives okay. We treated them badly for a long time. The reservation thing wasn't the best thing in the world. There were things done that I don't agree with, but overall, we improved their lives better because they're complaining now because they got cell phones, they got television, they got cars to drive. Gee, who were the people that invented all those things? Let me take a guess. Europeans? People from Europe? It's like, come on, give me a break here. It's just, and this is a judge. A judge set this wheel in motion. And once again, we have a ideologically driven judge. Instead of being a lawyer with half a brain, making decisions based on a legal foundation, he just goes half-cocked and just, makes a ideological decision to grandstand and, to glory signal or whatever, and play to, I don't know who he's playing to, because I don't think anybody really likes what he did, but it's happening here. And, it's another thing I worry about. It's like there's a lot of bad stuff going on, and our political leaders they're just absent. They just don't seem to give a shit, or they're just too clueless, or else they're just so ideological they don't care. I don't know.
Yeah, baby. I have heard somewhat of that from a Canadian YouTuber I watched a few days ago. Now, with your native population up there, with that ruling going through, the other native tribes across your territories may pursue their claims, and that could be the end of Canada as you guys know it.
And don't feel too relaxed either, Dan, because you have a lot of native groups. I wouldn't be surprised if they start claims.
Our treaty situation is entirely different.
But a lot
they can't file federal claims. They have to go through the Indian Affairs,
and they probably will. And there's even an American native group I read somewhere that's actually trying to file a claim on Canadian land to take that over. That's how crazy it's getting. It's just like from one day to the next, I don't know how crazier the world is going to get, but it seems to get crazier every bloody week. It's just hard to keep up with it.
Yeah, but we do have established law here that they cannot enforce any treaty made with the Indian tribes.
Oh yeah, but we have law too until the judge overturns it and acts like a jackass, right?
We have a Supreme Court that handles that.
Well, we have a Supreme Court too. The trouble is, they seem to be made up of a majority of idiots at the present time, because they were probably, a lot of them were appointed by the Liberal government, and the Liberal government is totally wacko. So anyway,
yeah, you guys as a Liberal government can't balance a budget because you guys have a correct banker, the Bank of England.
Yeah, he was at the Bank of England running that for I think around 10 years, and he did such a miserably bad job. He exited that, and then he said, "Well, let's see. I destroyed the British economy. What economy can I destroy next? Oh, I know. I'll go back to Canada." Yep. But Carney's doing the same thing he did in England. Was printing money, and he's printing money here. Sorry, Gorilla.
All right, so the Drew Troy forces any fake accounts that give me money accounts. Yeah, exactly. But anyhow, it's Cynthia, and you were talking about all the corruption going on in Minnesota here.
Yes.
Then I got to break down here. And this ain't even all of them, but also welcome, Jim. Welcome.
Jim. Is this the EBT fraud or the voter fraud?
All kinds of them. All kinds of them here. Like some of the major fraud scandals going on right now is the feeding our future here, which a lot of the money did not go to it. They're supposed to go towards like meals for kids and stuff, you know, but use a lot of luxury items there, and a lot of this money got sent over to fucking Somalia here. It started out, I think this one started out as like $2.2 million, and now this one, no, that's a different one. This autism treatment one there that started out as 2.2 here. This one here, it's like $250 million here, and there's like 77 people arrested in it, but somehow, fucking Omar got herself out of that one there. Then also there's like a bunch of Medicaid. There's the housing stabilization services there. That started out with 2.6 million. There in 5 years it blew up to under 4, but all these funds were routed to Somalia there, and they're paying the via the Hala networks and there, and it's funding Al-Shabaab terrorists there. That's $164 million in 5 years. Let's see, the program ended in August 2025 after FBI raids on 77 providers, 6 charged, also Somali Minnesotans.
Wow.
And the remittances that were sent to Somalia from Minnesota here was $1.7 billion of tax. A lot of this was taxpayer money here. That is larger than the GDP of fucking Somalia. More money got sent from Minnesota to Somalia there through this fraud than fucking Somalia's GDP.
So was
Is that
nobody...
remittance to Somalia illegal?
I don't think it's illegal there. It's like no different than when the fucking the Mexicans come up and they send their money back to Mexico.
Yeah, in principle, it's the same thing, but I know there used to be a provision that made it illegal to send remittance back to Somalia. That was back in the 90s.
Well, the problem is like 40% of the people in Somalia receive remittances or whatever, but then Al-Shabaab there takes their cut.
Oh, of course.
And if they don't get their cut, well, you won't have to be worrying about getting remittances anymore. You or your entire family.
Yeah, if what I hear, Trump is cutting off Somalians that take advantage of this system from their.
He's setting up a mass deportation because he ended the protected status of these people. Well, they're all violating a bunch of different laws here for fraud. So to protect the status there, and Omar, because she can go bitch all she wants, she can go fucking with them. I wish they fucking denaturalize and deport her.
So it
and
was
there's the autism.
The oversight on this was all run by Somalis, Gorilla?
Essentially,
no, it's all run by Democrats.
So the same thing as Somalis.
They're all organized and run by Elon Omar appointees, essentially.
Wow.
And
Yes.
Gorilla, tell me, is this separate or is this combined out of the 600 some odd billion in total that the scandal is worth so far? Is this in total or is this individually for each account right here? Is this in total or is this just
they're breaking down the numbers here?
Yeah, because from what I hear, the total is over $600 billion.
No, it would be billion. No, it wouldn't be billion because
million. I mean, million. Sorry, million.
Yeah. No, this is breaking it all down here because we already have the 250 for our future here. The 164 million there, blah blah blah, from the the HSS here. Now there's the autism treatment plan where apparently the autism rates in the Somali community are like 10 times higher than everywhere else in the country. But in the Somali community up in Minneapolis, apparently the autism rates are 10 times like worse. There's worse than the rest of the country. I was like, well, if it's 10 times higher there, you better figure out what the hell's going on in there, you know? But basically, what happened, what was going on is, what was going on is these people in the Somali, these people were going around to different parts of the Somali community and teaching the kids how to act autistic and that, and tell the parents just tell them and go and tell the doctors that they got autism. There, they get a cut of the money. Then these people, the autism treatment thing would get a shit ton of money, basically frauding the taxpayers' money because they're, you know, the more autistic kids you have, the more you get money for, you know, and they're basically frauding the whole system on that one. That's 100 million some there.
So, Gorilla, has Trump deporting these people got the left piling criticism against him by now?
The what?
I say it's the left criticizing Trump for doing the right thing and getting rid of these criminals.
Oh yeah. Ilhan Omar had a whole big fucking thing going on. If you want me to send you a video on that there.
If you want to post it on my Facebook, that'd be nice. Thank you.
Yeah. The Hodge twins had a whole thing going on, and so did the liberal hive mind, and so did Tim Pool and Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck did a really good one, but I don't know where that video is at. At there, I'd have to find it there. I'm pretty sure Crowder's covered it. Let's see. I haven't heard.
Though.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Oh, sorry. How the left defends this kind of corruption and attacks an honest guy that's trying to do something good like Trump. It's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, I have the chats here. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Alrighty. So, let's see. I haven't heard about this one yet, but it says the personal care assistant, PCA, and home health cares overbilling for fake services. Abdifati use some fucking Somali name. Promised health ran from a mailbox spent on luxuries. He was convicted, but let's see. Jury convicted Yusuf in 2025 by Hennepin County judge overturned. Oh, what a fucking shocker! Verdict, November 25th, parking hours. Yeah, have the guy be white and see if the fucking judge would let him off.
Corrupt judges.
Yeah, let's see. This one doesn't shock me here. Other Medicaid and welfare schemes, including emergency medical transport, integrated support, SNAP eligibility failure. Oh yeah, there was a bunch of shit going on with the SNAP. There were a bunch of people who aren't eligible for SNAP were getting SNAP and shit because they weren't checking on the fucking on the thing there. That there could be totaled up to about $1 billion in just fraud from SNAP and shit. And the emergency medical stuff there, it's a bunch of people who are here illegally would go to the ER because they know that under the Medicare Medicaid there, that because our ERs cannot turn down anybody there. And what they do, the ERs would do is they just bill Medicaid, and they would just send out the check there, not checking whether or not the person was here legally or not. But also the way they did it. Let's see, this Senator, let's see, oversight. Let's see, state audits, legislative auditor found inadequate oversight in feeding our future, lacks conflicts in mental health programs and proper pandemic bonuses. Let's see, political blame or Oh yeah, they blame. Let's see. Republicans call nonprofits money laundering machines. They are. Democrats cite underfunding and investigators. DHS fraud. You funded. Well, here's the thing. That's why USAID was shut down there. So, all these fucking programs there where they had a bunch of different programs, but say we sent $1 million to for Kenya for whatever for clean water, whatever. Well, they may use 100,000 of that. So that 900,000, they'll go. Well, here we'll send this to this group thing here for so they can do their project. So the 900,000 can sit there. Then what they may only use like 50,000 of it. Then they send that other 850,000 to this thing. Eventually, all that money seems to landed back in the pockets of Democrat senators there in the form of campaign contributions after it's gone through about 8 different entities.
Yeah, they had to send it through Ukraine first, right?
No, they sent it about different. They bounce the money around the world and it ends up.
No, but that was a joke. That was a joke.
Yeah, I know. It could end up in fucking Ukraine and shit.
You know, I remember, didn't there used to be some program for youth? I forget what it was called. Some American program where youth would go out around the world and do things like install water pumps in third world countries. And there was
there's still fucking didn't Mr. Beast do that there? And see, Mr. Beast he has a ton of money, but he uses it towards the good there. Then he gets a bunch of money back from his YouTube channel and stuff.
Yeah, well, I remember they used to send kids out, well, teenagers, probably early 20s, whatever. I can't remember the name of the organization that the youth were labeled under. But, you know.
Hello!
Hey there.
Hey, Pickles.
But, you know, they'd go out and they'd put in water pumps, and there was no money, government money, like, you know, just government money they were using to do what they were doing, but there wasn't like millions of dollars getting funneled off by corruption.
That was the Peace Corps.
And
how you doing, LDG?
Yeah. And apparently,
can you guys? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, you sound happy about that. I don't know. Nobody was answering me. I had no clue. You guys can hear me. Hello.
Hey,
you're loud and clear.
Hey, I said hello to you. And Nevis Savita apparently has a problem with Mr. Beast. Welcome, Nevis Savita. He goes, boo, Mr. Beast, boo, boo.
And
he is a bit of a jackass.
Talking about.
Yeah. We started
what
with
you guys,
Sedition.
what's going on?
Then we went to. Well, we started out with Sedition. Then we went to the Ukraine peace deals. Then we talked a little bit about Candace Owens being a fucking nutcase. And now we're talking about all the fraud going on in Minnesota.
All right, so you already talked about the fake news about fucking this asshole like agreeing to a peace deal that we all know he doesn't agree with, and then you went switch to the point to Candace Owens just knowing how she knows how to YouTube, even though she doesn't actually do any kind of content. To what else?
Now we're talking about all the fraud going on in Minnesota in the Somali community.
Oh, what's that? I haven't heard about that. What's that about?
You didn't hear about that?
I heard something about some lady, but I didn't. No, I heard about some lady talking, but there's so many people talking like their own different shit. Like what was going on with Somali?
Okay, so basically they're frauding the American taxpayers through false like autism cases to people not eligible for SNAP getting SNAP benefits, fake AR business and all that. There's the feeding the future scandal that's over like $250 million, and now they're spending that all in luxuries, and they're taking a bunch of taxpayer money, sending it back as remittances to Somalia there through the housing stabilization services, and that totaled $1.7 billion. That's higher than the GPT of Somalia there, and that went to go fund Al Shabaab terrorists.
So you're bitching about people taking advantage of the American government who allowed this to happen in the first place.
And why do you think
And
they're all going to get fucking deported? Why do you think they're all going to
they
get
don't give a
deported?
fuck about that. Who the fuck cares about being deported? If they cared about being deported, they would like do something about the situation. They don't care about.
They are being
They
deported.
are. They're selling their They're sending their.
They
fucking
don't
laptops.
care. Like, what's the point about being deported if you can just walk right back in?
You
Can't
can't
do
walk
that
right
anymore.
back in.
Okay, do we not just have a story where a guy fucking was arrested 47 times? The guy who set
And
that
he is
bitch on
getting-
fire? That guy
He's
who set
getting
that
kicked-
bitch on fire? He was arrested
He-
47 times. He went through American
under-
justice system 40 fucking 7 times, and he was an
all
American.
of it under Biden.
Hey,
No,
LBJ,
it's not under Biden. He was not arrested
LBJ.
47 times under the Biden administration. He was arrested 47 times under the American administration.
He walked over 47 times in the space of 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. Was Biden president in 5 years?
Most of it.
No, that's not the fucking point.
How many years ago was this?
He was not fucking arrested 47 times within the 4 years of
He
goddamn
wasn't deported
brain
47
dead
times.
Biden, bro. He was
wasn't
arrested
arrested-
47 times within the American government system that goes
Local.
all the way back to George fucking Washington.
He is arrested under local laws in sanctuary cities, which
So
prevented
what
him
does
from
that
being
have to do with
deported.
you said
He was
Biden,
deported
bro?
He was deported 3 times under Biden.
Three
And
times
he literally just
out
walked
of the
right back
47
all those
times.
3 times.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Listen, I love you, Rezo, but he
You
was
need to understand the
arrested
difference
3
between
times.
local and federal law enforcement.
Yes, you just said, listen, I'm willing to go with the truth, and I'm willing to say that you have more information than I do. But you literally just said that he was only arrested 3 times under Biden after the 47 fucking times he was arrested under other people's jurisdiction. Biden's got nothing. Listen, don't beat Trump. Everything isn't Biden's goddamn fault.
47 times out of over how many years, though?
Thank you, Sith Band. 47 times
Yeah.
after how many presidents? He was given 47 fucking convictions across like what? How many presidents? 4, 5?
From what I
wanna
saw,
say
they
thank
only
you
took
very
his record
much,
back to.
Eugene.
Oh, you got.
It's not Biden's
thank
fucking
you,
fault. Like, listen,
Eugene.
none of us are buying this. None of us are buying that everything is Biden's goddamn fault. None of us are buying this shit.
Go ahead, girl.
All right, I want to say thank you, Eugene Bird. Thank you very much. He says, "Hail Silverbacks." He does not want a song playing there.
I'm sorry, dude. You didn't have to mute me for God's sakes.
I was about to.
You did.
I did.
Everybody saying hello. That says some munchies. And Drew's asking if you're drunk, LDG.
No, I'm not. I'm just pissed off, dude. Listen, if this guy was arrested 46 times on Biden, I'd totally be on board. But he wasn't. He wasn't on Biden's watch. He was on somebody else's watch.
Germ, for what you're able to dig up, how far back did they take his record to bring up these number of arrests?
They stopped at Biden, bro.
From what I saw, it only went back to 2020.
So Biden. Well, no, 2020. No, I'm sorry. 2020 takes it back to who?
the end of Trump's first term and Biden's start of his first term.
Okay, so nobody wants to make a mention about that. I'm tired of hearing about the previous. I'm tired of hearing about the current administration always blaming the previous administration, because you can always go back further and further and further and realize that half the shit here has to go 4 or 5 presidents back. I'm just tired of it.
We've been saying shit's been fucked up for 50 years.
No,
We've all said
exactly.
that.
So why the fuck are we talking about Biden then?
Because
certain people he's the one who really, really fucked it up by letting in tens of millions of people and
There's
basically
nothing wrong
subsidizing
with
sanctuary cities.
There's nothing wrong with letting people into the country. That is not
Yes,
the
there
excuse
is.
I want to hear about.
Hey, Pickles. Hey,
Yeah.
Pickles. We
No,
got
dude.
some people in the chat that are asking you to lower down your volume a little bit.
I'm on my cell phone. I'm sorry. I'm on my side. I can't adjust my volume. I'm on a cell phone.
Okay, I'll do it for you. I'll do it.
You can
I'll see if I can
lower
do
me
it
down
on
if you want,
this end,
there, buddy. I'm just tired of hearing the same old bullshit over and over again. It's like it's all of our faults. Like, if you want to point the finger, then point the finger at yourselves. Like, it's all of our faults. It's not Biden's fault. It's our fault. We're the ones who fucking voted for Biden.
No one voted for Biden.
Yeah, obviously, a number of people voted for Biden for him to become president. You can't
as
sit
many
here
as
and
you
say
think.
that Biden. Are you trying to say that Biden
did
voted
not-
himself in?
Hey,
Let's just say there's a lot of printers going burr on election night in 2020.
But that goes for any fucking president. Like that the same rules apply for the past, 100 presidents, dude.
Actually, I don't think we really had this problem before the year 2000.
Everything that Biden is guilty of, we're guilty of putting him in power for.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say welcome to Mikey. Welcome, Mikey. Yeah. Now you can see your nemesis says, "Old man Bird, you legend."
Trump right now. You guys notice how Trump automatically is like, in the last week, he's looking like a dictator more. He's wearing black and red, and he's not wearing white anymore.
He's literally wearing the same suit.
I don't.
He's not wearing the same clothes at all.
I haven't looked at what the person wears and all that.
It matters, dude. It's all WWE. Like Trump made his his history through WWE. Like the whole presidency is all World Wrestling Federation bullshit.
All right. So let me ask you something, LDG. When does the way someone dressed make them a dictator? How someone dressed make a dictator?
Well, obviously you don't watch WWE, because if you watch WWE, you realize that McMahon freaking basically proved how what you look like dictates what you become. Please tell me that.
Okay, if I go into my closet, pull up my funeral suit, and start wearing that around, I'm automatically going to become successful. I'm automatically going to be someone of high regard.
Maybe it's possible.
It was only that.
Trump is literally still wearing black and navy suits with white shirt, red or blue tie.
Well, he wasn't wearing that before.
Yeah, he has. I see him wear it all the time.
Trump's not been wearing black suits. No. Sorry. Trump has not been wearing black suits with red ties for the past 6 months. It was only he was challenged with the whole bullshit that he's going. Trump only recently started wearing those kind of clothes recently. Like, you watch any of his Trump, like, come on, don't. Damn it. Don't turn me into the bad guy. Like, I watched Trump. He has not been wearing the same clothes as he's been wearing recently. He all of a sudden started wearing all this like devil outfit with black and red instead of white and blue, or white and red actually.
I don't think he ever wore a white suit.
He's been wearing, well, not white. When I say white, I mean light. So like light color, like light-ish, like, you know. He's not been wearing dark clothes. He's been wearing light clothes, and until recently, now he's like turned into the freaking devil advocate whole black and red shit. But that's not even the point. Like that. What?
Wait. You said he's wearing a lot of white. Are you sure that's not when he's out golfing?
No, I'm talking about when he's faking his fist bump. He's been wearing light, L-I-G-H-T, light colored outfits. He has not been dressing in a black suit with a red tie. I've never seen him wear a black suit and a red tie until recently. Like in the days recently.
Well, if you will go by your own logic, LDG, he wears that suit to say, "Yeah, I won the debate, bitch. Now what?" In that suit.
All
right. So I'm all right. I'm too sober for this. So let's see.
You're too sober for this?
Said Malcolm and Mikey there. He's saying hello to the girl in the new silverbacks. I said sober. Let's see. Lemmy Nemi combo there, says old man Bird there. And Drew says, please sip off, but he's not drunk. Goes, boo, Biden, boo. Say hello. At least, yeah, I did lower his volume.
I'm not defending
so he's not
Biden.
had anything to drink.
No, I'm not defending Biden. Like, Biden was a moron. Like, that guy was an idiot. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm for Biden. Like, they all were assholes, both of them. But I'm seeing Trump right now. Trump literally looks like a high school, newbie, for God's sakes. Like, his entire campaign. Like, did you not see what happened with Mandami? He comes to Mandami comes to the White House, and all of a sudden, instead of calling, socialist and what's the other word? Socialist and
communist.
Communist, and exactly. Thank you. All of a sudden he's like giggling, like a fat kid in a freaking candy store. We're gonna make this work, and we have great ideas. And
when Mandami walked into the fucking White House, Susie is in front of Trump. His whole demeanor changed, and he looked like a fucking puppy begging for a treat.
Who? Mandami?
Mandami.
No, Mandami looked like he had something on Trump. Mandami was the one that looked like he had.
He walked in the door and firmly placed his lips on Trump's ass.
But Trump's the one who was kissing his ass. Oh, yeah, call me a fascist. That's fine. Don't say anything else. It's fine. Are you kidding me?
He was making a joke out of it. He was making up a joke.
He was making a joke of the fucking situation.
Oh, well, nobody else is allowed to talk.
Sorry, PvP. Go ahead and talk, guys.
I just want to make a comment. It's like Trump is well known to cozy up to people he doesn't agree with, because that's one of his strategies. He will get on their good side. He will pretend to gain their trust, and then later on, once his real agenda surfaces, he will work against people he does not like. And he's done this over and over and over again. And that's what he's doing in that instance.
So Madami, okay, so I'll agree with what you said, PvP, but so you're telling me that Madami is stupid enough not to realize this?
Yes.
I have no idea. I don't know much about him, but I know that there's a lot of people that think he's not the best person to be running that city.
He might be the best one.
Or he might not be.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Either is
We-
or isn't.
Yeah. All right, we got a lot of chats here that just came in. I'd like to catch up
There
on.
you go.
Okay, so the Drew Troy Four says, "Why does he sound like he's been drinking?" No, just think of a techie nerds hippie there that had too much LSD in his youth. Just think of that. That's why he sounds like he's been
Yeah.
drinking. Sounds like he's looking for a fight or something. Oh yeah, Pickles is always stirring the pot.
I'm always stirring the
I'm
pot,
not the one
guys.
getting paid to. Let's see. I'm
Someone's
not the
got
one
to do
that's
it
getting
because
paid
like
to.
there's too much bullshit going on right now. Somebody's got to actually like stir the pot. You're absolutely right. Like I wish I wasn't the person who had to stir the pot, but the fuck is going on right now? Like this is how can you watch this shit and be like have a continuity, like any kind of continuity with Trump or
If you've been
it's
watching,
just bullshit.
if you've been watching the last 90 minutes of this stream, you realize there was a lot of pot stirring going on.
But there's always that, though. That's what I'm trying to say. It comes down to the same shit. It comes down to the bullshit. You got Madami talking about free, bus rides and, government, government grocery stores. And I'm like, you know what? That's actually possible. If you think about it real quick, you could make bus free. You could make government, grocery stores. But they don't explain how they do it. They just say that they're gonna do it, and everybody's like, "Well, how are you gonna do it? I don't know how you're gonna do it."
All you have to do is look at the USSR. They had free grocery stores. They were basically.
I don't know if they
empty.
have free grocery stores.
Oh
but
yeah, I remember watching videos and seeing all kinds of shit where people would line up for a loaf of bread.
Well, LDG. Well, LDG. I'll tell you right now, the effing communism stands for food. There.
you know
But,
what pisses me off the worst about food is that I sat here myself and I thought about food, and food is one of those things that can be recognized as an unlimited resource. So like you literally can grow your own food, meat or plants, whatever. Like the universe has like figured out how to make free food. Yet we're sitting here as a people wondering if that's communism.
Well, LDG people have been conditioned to
LDG
not farm on themselves to create crops or do farm animals like cows, pigs, or sheep to make their own stuff. They've been conditioned to not do that because they know there's large companies or food corporations that will do that for them.
You're talking to somebody who has the government that says it's almost illegal to grow your own vegetables in your own backyard.
LDG, it's a renewable resource, not an unlimited resource.
Virtually unlimited. Growing food is a virtual unlimited resource.
Didn't Stalin shut down a lot of farms in the USSR and murder some farmers?
So did America.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's the whole more.
So did America.
But I do want to catch up on these chats.
Yeah.
There's got a lot of them. Let's see. Says, I'm not the one getting paid to enforce the laws. That was Biden's job. He said that he wanted it. Okay.
What about Obama?
Biden got at least 20 million extra votes out of the thin air. Well, what about Obama?
No, I'm just saying, like, all of this does not have to do with frickin' Biden. And like these numbers have been going on for decades beyond Obama, beyond Biden, beyond Trump, beyond Obama. Like all these problems. I'm 45 years old, and all these problems have been nothing but the same bullshit that I've been hearing for the past 35 years.
Yeah. Let's see, as people's pop culture curator would say, people's vote don't do nothing. It's the bankers who pick and choose who becomes president. If that was the case, Daniel, Trump would have never been president. I'll tell you that right now. With that cunt Hillary.
I got something to say to Daniel. That's what the bankers want you to think. They want you to think you have no power. They want you to think your vote doesn't count worth dog shit. That's why. Why do you think they have power? Because they convince average folks like you, Daniel, that voting is a waste of time. Well, I've been voting in
Yes.
elections since the 1970s, and I voted in every fucking election, municipal, provincial, and federal, because I believe that my right to vote is something I cherish, because a lot of people around the world live in countries where they can't vote because they're living under dictatorships. So, Daniel, my advice, get out, get off your butt and go and vote when you have the opportunity, because I've seen elections that were ridings in the last federal election that were determined by a single vote. I remember one that was determined by a single vote. So don't think your vote doesn't have power, because it can.
Let's see. Drew says, just ask how much he's been drinking. He said he wasn't drinking that there, the Drew. Yeah.
I thought that was my job.
So Trump is in it. So Nemesis says, so Trump is in his heel phase. I have no idea what you mean.
What you mean, like high heels?
That's a wrestling term.
Wrestling.
Oh,
oh, he's one of the bad wrestlers. Okay.
Excuse you.
Sorry.
That's a Michelob burp, if I've ever heard one.
Let's see, all politicians are crooked and have hidden agendas. Can most of us accept this as inevitable when we go and vote? Well, we know, but I'd rather pick the less crooked of the two.
I just
only Hoover was in heels for a CIA term, bro. Now, Mikey, Hoover was with the FBI, not the CIA. The way he just spewing is on something irrationally too. No, that's just the way LDG is.
Yeah.
Personally, love myself a black suit and red tie. I look damn fine. Yeah, yay, devil outfits. Well, Nemesis, you gotta show us sometime what you look like in that. Oh, I meant as the heel term in WWE, Mikey. Oh, okay. And let's see. Drew says, "Do you expect the president to not talk or work with the mayor of New York City?"
Yes.
Of course, he's going to.
Yeah, no. Apparently, according to LDG, they're just supposed to sit there and have a sit. Nah, the way LDG thinking is, they're just supposed to go up to each other and just start pissing on each other.
You know,
welcome,
it's
Leanne.
like
Welcome. I hope you are feeling better, Leanne. I know.
Hey, Leanna. Hey there, sweetie.
Hello.
You know what LDG wants?
I hope you're feeling. I hope you're feeling better.
He wants to see New York's mayor and Trump in a cage match, just like the old WW wrestling. I bet you
like Romans. Yeah, like Roman times. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Go for it. I remember cage matches. God, I was into wrestling big time.
Just because the internet wasn't invented doesn't mean social media wasn't there. Like social media was always there. It was just analog.
Yeah, it's called newspapers.
Yeah. All right.
Seriously.
All right. So, holy crap! The chat said really taken.
Well, I tend to piss people off.
Chat's really taken off. You're feeling better, Leanna. Yeah. People who drink that think that they say is so important that everybody needs to hear what they say. Yeah, you don't need to be drunk for that. There.
No.
You don't need to be drunk for that. And welcome RRTNZ. Welcome.
Hey,
he's on Joe's channel. Welcome. Let's see. Hope you're feeling better, Leanne. Prayers for you. All is be up for you. Same here. The point is, labor isn't free, even if the food is free. Yeah, someone has to pay for it. Preservatives they've added to the food in the U.S. have been proven to cause diabetes in persons like myself. Oh, fuck. They've even been known to cause cancers and everything. Let's see. He's only 45. Damn, you must have burned both ends of the candle. Oh, that's one there. Yeah, PvP usually the one that's drunken.
Well, not so much
Saying,
anymore.
welcome, Kronos. Welcome.
Well, I gotta get going.
Welcome, Kronos.
So
No,
Before you
Mikey.
keep-
Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover was a cross-dresser who worked for the FBI. That's why the FBI works out of the Hoover building.
Yes, he ran the FBI, Mikey. Not the
yeah,
CIA.
before you continue,
Yeah.
I gotta get going. Thanks for having me. Good night.
Good night,
All
Germ.
right. See
Yeah,
you around,
have a good one. We're gonna be closing up here pretty soon too. Let's see, the mayor got on. Yes, he did. And everybody say, "Oh, Leanne here." Jay Hoover was director. Yeah, yes, he was.
You got that right,
New York
there,
City
Leanna.
mayor. I would say he's a terrorist. I mean, he may have sympathies to some people who are terrorists there, but he hasn't done anything to be labeled a terrorist yet.
I will
Let's
say his
see.
actions over the
Mayor
next 6
to be,
months so determine that.
I had a second heart attack. Yeah. I hope you get out soon there, Leah. And there we're all pulling for you.
Actually,
You're
Leanna,
on both of my knowledge.
I just want to say, Leanna, I've chatted with her privately, and she says this time she's staying in the hospital and not rushing things because she wants to make sure everything's good before the doctors let her out. So that's a smart decision, Leanna.
Sorry, I'm fact checking something here real quick. No, J. Edgar Hoover did not work for the CIA. He was the first and longtime director of the FBI, a separate organization from the CIA. The operations center. So no, he did not work for the CIA at all. But did Hoover wear high heels? Yes, he was a crossdresser. Dude looks like a lady. Take care, Germ. Hope you all have a good Thanksgiving. We're getting the thumbs up. And so thank you, PvP.
Oh,
all right, we are all caught up on chats. We are all caught up on chats.
Oh boy. Now I feel like I want to go watch old wrestling videos for some reason.
Oh, we lost LDG.
PvP, what type of wrestling videos? The one with ladies that are oiled up, or the ones with guys wrestling guys?
No. Okay, my friend Jim, who's now deceased a number of years, was a huge wrestling fan all his life, and I always hated wrestling. I thought it was stupid. And then when I was at art school, we were like a 45-minute drive away. So I'd head out to this place on weekends, and we'd have a barbecue, cook some steaks or whatever, get hammered, and we'd watch wrestling, of course, when it came on at midnight. And I really got into it. Like late 80s, early 90s wrestling, like, was great. Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Ravishing Rick Rude, all those crazy guys. Like, wow, that was good shit. And I remember the cage matches where they'd get two guys that hated each other. Well, you know, that was their role. I mean, they were playing a role. Obviously, it was entertainment, but they would get in the cage match, and man, those were great. I haven't watched that shit in years, but I almost think I might take a look at that shit tonight.
Careful, PvP, you may be disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, I might be. I got to see the Ultimate Warrior live one time, and he fucking lost, unfortunately.
All right, everybody, quiet for a minute.
Eugene Bird, you're the king. Super chats making our cigars sing. Light in the lounge, keep it free. You're the sugar daddy of Gorilla. Thank you, Eugene. You're the best, better than all the rest. With every puff, we raise a cheer. Eugene Bird, our hero here.
And thank you, Eugene Bird. Thank you very much there. He says, thank you for your girls. Not a problem. And if I will be doing something for Thanksgiving there. It'll be a longer stream than what we normally normally do here. Eugene, I wish you were here at the very beginning when we were talking about the sedition. Wish you came up here. I wanted to talk because I wanted to get your opinion from an actual person from the military there. I know what all those people are about we're having a discussion on sedition in the military ranks there by them telling them that they calling everything that Trump does illegal order. Then they say don't follow illegal orders. But anyhow, Kronos says need to chat more. Leanna here. I'm sorry to hear PvP.
What?
I don't know. Leanna says she's sorry to hear that. Let's see. I like roller derbies over faked wrestling videos.
Hey man, wrestling
Rowdy
wasn't fake.
Roddy Piper, my man. Let's see. Never understood roller derbies. Sing it from the ashes.
I didn't mind roller
If I
derby.
could, I'd dance to that song.
Just relax, take it easy, Leanna. Get lots of sleep and rest. No dancing yet. No dancing yet
Well,
for you, girl.
Yeah. Well, I got a whole playlist of songs that I've written and had made up there. I'm debating on whether or not to pay the $10 a month to make more, but they're because they did get a fair amount of views, between 30 and 100 views on them. So I'm thinking of doing that there.
You're a call, man.
Let's see, Phoenix Rocks, and you're lost of your friend. Oh, she's saying you're lost of your friend.
Yeah, thank you, Leanna.
All right, so
It's been
New
gone
York City is such
a long time now.
Yeah. Let's see. New York City is such a shit shape. Either this board or mayor will help it get better, or make it become Escape from New York to move. As soon as he got elected, seriously, as soon as he got elected mayor, the fucking realtors map of places going up for sale looked like the fucking shit map from San Francisco.
You're saying
I would like to
people are
listen to
voting-
some.
Oh, Tom Petty. Yeah.
They're leaving. They're leaving. Yeah, Charles would like to listen to
the
some.
market
Tom
is
Petty.
collapsing. Yeah.
Yeah, Leanna says PvP Charlotte is interviewing Jay Sunday and Larry is interviewing Charlotte Saturday. Cool.
Okay.
What's the plural of Phoenix? Phoenixes? Cronus. Phoenix can be a group of fiery birds or the ashes or citizens. There are Phoenicians, which is also one of those races that help to the language. Alrighty then. It's going to be Escape from New York, Park or worse. The Muslim Community Patrol won't be able to handle it. Yeah. But I got a poll going on. I'm going to end the poll now. And we got dictator terms here. And just to prove no one can Candace Owens here. Oh, I got to pop out the chat first.
That tells you how important she really is.
And
yeah,
Eugene,
from what I hear,
Eugene, if you ever want me to review Eugene, if you ever wanted me to review a movie or anything, just let me know. I'll review it for you. And look, come on, my computer's being slow.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
yeah, Gorilla
I
has
did
to
share
take down the pole because he's done dancing on it.
Here we go.
Hey, I got to earn a living somehow. Alrighty. So, let's see. What brought you to the stream? Well, so no one gives a shit about Candace Owens' drama, being a fucking drama queen there. The toxicity got 11% of the vote out of 18. The possible Ukraine ceasefire got 17% of the vote there. And with 72% of the vote out of the 18 who voted there, Grill will say something retarded.
I must admit, I did I did vote for that one, Gorilla, because I know you all too well.
I forgot. I forgot. I'm not supposed to say that term anymore. Oops.
Oh,
Let's see.
because it's
Glad I
hurting
don't live in the
people's.
city.
It's
Yeah.
hurting a snowflake's feelings somewhere. Okay.
Well, Gorilla kicked ass at the poll as per usual. Leanna here, my friends and his whole family is moving out of New York to Florida. Oh yeah, Florida or Texas are the place everybody's going. I don't blame them. Let's see. I have a stripper pole at my house. Nice. LOL. We know where our loyalties lie, Gorilla. I know where my loyalties lie. And let's see, I have dollar bills. And they already tell you that the military ignore illegal orders. That was just political theater. Well, here's the thing: that everything that Trump does, they say is illegal. Even if he would fart in an elevator, they say he's gassing his own people. That's the problem with that video that they came out with. And then they tell you to pick a fucking side. We played that earlier too.
Yeah, it's all.
But
It's
let's start wrapping this up, and then we'll catch up on chats before we kind of leave there. PvP, what do you got going on?
Not a heck of a lot lately. Yeah, I haven't uploaded anything for about a week now.
Sit
but,
down.
Oh, me? Oh, well, I'm a sci-fi sit down. To all of you that know me and don't know me, I usually cover different sci-fi
Oh,
TV
what
shows or
happened?
movies. I do my sci-fi watch parties usually on Wednesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time with my co-host if he's up for it. I do my live stream usually on Saturdays, usually between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. I do crushing my ideas with my
Oh,
co-host and friends like Gorillas Random Plots and Resolute Trump. They usually do nice acts about that. I try to upload on my main channel towards the end of the previous week at the beginning of next week. I do have a secondary channel called Ultra Sorcerer Dan. That one I cover Japanese anime or cartoons in general. And I do my watch parties on that channel usually at 8 p.m. Pacific time on Fridays, usually after Gorillas Walton streams. And I do have a new channel called Sci-Fi Story, and that one I'm planning on to cover sci-fi TV shows or franchises that we all know and love. Hopefully, you guys are subscribed to that. If not, please subscribe. Every new sub encourages me to continue the channel. As well, every new watch hour and watchman here encourages us to make more content for you guys. Hopefully, make videos off YouTube. And if PvP is done, who will his promotion? If not, I'll let him do it last minute. If not, I'll turn over to Gorilla.
what was that again?
yeah. Sorry if I cut you off. Sorry if I cut you off. PvP. My headphones crept out on me. What do you got going on?
Well, as I say, I uploaded some New York Dolls albums last weekend. I haven't done anything yet because we're not at the weekend yet, obviously. I guess we're doing that Christmas movie I recommended. I'm looking forward to that on Sunday Cinema. But yeah, I guess you'll tell us in a second what you're planning for the rest of the week. What time is your Thanksgiving stream starting? That's what I want to know, because I won't be working that day because I'm not working on Thanksgiving. So
It depends on when I get up and to get everything going.
okay.
And how hammered you are too, probably.
Hey, it's my drugcation. Sit down. It's my drugcation, and the Thanksgiving stream will go on longer than the normal ones. I just got to get going to bed here pretty damn soon here because I still have to work on Friday, and I might have some stuff. I might have Kia coming up here, but as for me, nothing planned. I do got some individual Gorilla things I want to do, but I don't have anything scheduled yet. I'm planning on doing a Thanksgiving stream on Thursday, and we should be able to do Twilight Zone later that night. Friday, I'm not sure. I'm not sure on the Waltons yet. On Friday here, if Kia comes up, I won't be doing it. If she doesn't, I will be doing it, but I haven't got word yet.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, we'll be doing some movie PvP picked out from like the 1800s. What's it called?
It's called The Bishop's Wife from 1947, and it's one I watch every Christmas because it's one of the great Christmas films. It's really a classic. Really great cast, great story, great cinematography, great music. I mean, it's just a classic, and I urge you, Dan, to watch that with us because I think you'd really enjoy it.
Hey.
To get you into the holiday spirit.
Then then next Tuesday, Cigar concert. So, all right, so I'm gonna read the rest of the chats, and we're gonna call her nights here. So Leanne says, "I only accept $20 bills."
Wow.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Kronos, it wouldn't be treason because we're not in a state of war. Treason is very narrowly defined there as aiding or by aiding, abetting, or supplying comfort to the enemy in a war. We are not a war. What they would be that the term that would apply would be sedition there. That's why we had a whole half an hour discussion on it earlier. And let's see, I got hospital bills to pay. Well, Leanne, if you guys do a GoFundMe, and I could also reach out to a couple other creators. I know, like Tony has his Stark's Relief Foundation, where he does do live streams there to help, like for people who need a little help there, and he'd be able to help you out more than I could. But we could always put your GoFundMe up and stuff there if you do need that help there. And Crow says, hospitals don't sound good. Yeah, they don't. 2 heart attacks in less than 2 months, all that. Yeah, that has to suck there. Dang, says Kronos. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles should be tradition to watch. Yeah, but it's their Christmas movie. They have to have some kind of justification for Christmas there. Let's see, landing here. I told my daughter that I was hurting in my chest. They wouldn't listen to me.
That's not good.
Normally people don't listen here. My cardiologist stayed with me in my hospital room all night. The night I had the second heart attack, he stayed with me all night. Well, that's a good cardiologist right there. That's very good of him. It's okay. Or is it Winder Life? I'm not sure what you mean. And Crow says, "Get better, dang it." And yeah, Leon says she's trying. And Crow says Sedition. Oh, yeah, Drew says It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, that's a great movie. We should watch that again, but I'm not sure. I know some people don't like doing repeats.
By the way,
I would watch Silent Night again.
There's actually a couple of kids from Wonderful Life in The Bishop's Wife, because that was done a couple years after Wonderful Life. So there's 2 kids in the film actually that if you don't recognize them, I will point it out.
Yeah. Let's see. I was kidding. My insurance is paying everything, but thanks, girl. Well, I'm glad you got good insurance that does that. That's there.
Good.
But like I say, we always try to help each other out, and I'm always willing to help people there. I hate that I retracted the message and it still shows up. Yeah, that's the problem there. The only ones that don't show up are the ones that YouTube censors like it does to me there. I don't think I saw It's a Wonderful Life. Oh, Kronos, do we have to do a watch party for you? Did I skip your comment there? Oh, okay. So if you do the Bishop's Wife Film Grill, then you need to see the 1951 A Christmas Carol featuring. I think we already seen that one. But with that, everyone, have a good night. Thank you very much for being here. You guys have a wonderful night. If I don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving. And in the words of my boss there, don't do anything stupid because the judge won't be in till Tuesday. So have a good night.
We've been stopping